When I was younger, especially in my teenage years, I was not the happiest person. I was nihilistic, I was depressed, and I was kind of angry at the world. I was one of those emo kids. But in a way, it was a blessing because it brought me to the practice of stillness. And it was around 8 years ago now that I started bringing stillness into my life, and it has drastically transformed my experience here on this planet. It has drastically transformed my perception of reality. And in this video, I'm going to explain just 5 reasons why this practice has been so life-changing. So what is stillness, first of all? Well, it's this sweet spaciousness within. It's a stilling of the mind, a witnessing, a present moment awareness. It's a letting go of distractions in the outer world for some time and just being with yourself, being with your thoughts, your emotions, going inwards. It's embracing the being part of human being rather than constantly doing. Now, there are activities that we can do to ultimately quieten the mind and bring us into stillness, like yoga, walking in nature, journaling, meditation, surfing. So learning how to access and actually dwell in stillness and incorporate it into our daily lives, we actually kind of awaken this primordial peace that is always there. It's always there beyond the mind and its constant stream of thinking. And in this stillness, we begin to actually disidentify from this little me, and we awaken to a much bigger sense of self. So because of this kind of inherent peace that comes along with this practice, we fall in love with stillness, or I have anyway. And so I've just found myself choosing stillness more and more on a daily basis. So, number 1, freedom. Robin Sharma said that the mind is an excellent servant, but a terrible master. So my mind no longer imprisons me as much. I'm learning to master it. So I'm letting go of this addiction to thinking, and I'm crafting this space between my thoughts, which really allows me to then kind of rest and see my thoughts arise and subside, so I can disentangle my sense of self from the thoughts. And there is so much freedom there. Because when you realize that you are not the thoughts, that is when you realize that you are letting your mind do what it's doing. And I found not complete freedom, because this is a practice, this is an ongoing practice for me, but I have found an increasing amount of freedom away from limiting belief systems, from negative self-talk, freedom from overthinking, freedom from drama, freedom from resistance. So I've realized that freedom is a state of mind. And the beautiful thing is that the freedom is kind of in the stillness itself. So at any moment I can return to stillness. It's my safe space. Healing. Stillness has given me the courage to truly feel, rather than running to the next coping mechanism, the next distraction. Stillness has actually allowed me to process my emotions and heal trapped emotion that I've been harboring. So the stillness has allowed this kind of collection of old pain that I have to rise to the surface, and it's taught me to be okay with whatever rises to the surface, to just kind of be with the sensation, to allow myself to purge and bring a sense of stillness to it rather than kind of struggling to get out of it. I've actually developed this ability to really accept it and to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. So it feels like I'm healing my past pain, and I'm processing all of my past pain, or the pain body, as Eckhart Tolle would call it. And through really healing myself, that's actually it's just a catalyst for so much more, again, peace in my life in so many areas. I'm not even going to go into that right now. Connection to nature. So before stillness came into my life, I used to see nature, but not truly see it, not connect with it, not feel it. Now I appreciate the wisdom that is found within it. You know, nature is probably my greatest teacher. I feel such a deep love for nature. I really do, an unconditional love and just this reverence for it. I feel so peaceful when I'm alone in nature. I can really kind of deeply connect with the stillness. And I've realized the unparalleled beauty of nature itself. I get so much joy and inner peace simply from watching the birds during the sunset swooping through the sky, or the rain is music to my ears, the fire hypnotic, the mist gliding through the trees on the mountainside evokes a feeling within me. I used to be so much more hedonistic, and I guess this is just a part of growing up anyway, but I used to feel like the only way I could have fun was to be in very loud, stimulating environments. But now I get such a pure sense of joy from simply connecting with nature. Empathy and compassion. I once read a quote, and I don't remember where I read it, but it really resonated with me. And it goes something like, "Love is the stillness within you." So since dwelling in stillness, this inner energy has kind of woken up within me. Within this energy, or this primordial awareness as such, is love. And it's not like emotional love, it's more transcendental and it's unconditional, because it's not dependent on anything, it just is. So I feel others more as myself, and I guess as a result of this, I have heightened levels of empathy and compassion. I'm not sure where it's coming from. I guess it's because I'm just embodying more of this love and this awareness somehow. But it's almost as if when I'm interacting with people and when I bring stillness into my interactions with people, I sense past their actions, past their words, past their behaviors, and I actually sense their pain. I sense their true wants and needs, and I'm better able to understand why they act the way they act. So this has really allowed me to actually move deeper into my relationships with people, and importantly, it's been able to actually help me to forgive people. And again, there is so much freedom in forgiveness. In any given moment, having forgiveness, not holding grudges. Because again, with this kind of, when we hold a grudge, when we are unable to forgive, then we just constantly bring around this energy with us. Greater connection to my spirit, to God, and to creation itself. Blaise Pascal said, "All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone." So after embarking on this journey and choosing stillness, I began to notice that I was kind of undergoing this process of becoming comfortable with my own company for the first time ever. I observed that many people in the world around us, they kind of indulge in the many distractions that we have in this day and age, and many people are not able to just kind of be with themselves, be with their thoughts and their emotions. It's very uncomfortable. It makes them very restless. But through choosing stillness, I've really learned to actually be okay, be with my thoughts, be with my emotions. And in doing so, I've actually found that I don't constantly need to be around people. Before, I was spending a lot of time with people just because I didn't want to face what was going on in my internal world. And a lot of my socializing wasn't really what I actually wanted in that moment in time. I was kind of just addicted to other people's energy as such. So now I'm actually okay with being alone and just not doing anything even. Spending so much time alone and with myself over the years, I've really been able to strip back the layers of this false sense of self, and really see past my conditioning and actually take myself out of the boxes that I had put myself in and that society had put me in. And I've been able to really discover my authentic, heartfelt values in life. I discovered my intuition, and it shines so brightly through the gaps in my mind. Like, this inner stillness that I've created has really allowed me to actually hear the soft whispers of my internal guidance. And it's allowed me to really feel more connected to my spirit, and to God and to the universe. And I really see how the universe communicates with me through synchronicity. The stillness, it's allowed for creative inspiration to flow out of me, for profound ideas and revelations to come through, and for spiritual guidance to come through. A lot of my unhappiness when I was younger was due to this kind of inability to really know who I was and what I wanted in life. Like, I felt so suffocated by society and its closed-mindedness in a way, and I just felt like there was so much more to life. But through awakening stillness, it's really enabled me to realize who I am and what I want in my life. And it's allowed me to kind of realize the road that I want to walk and what feels right to me, like in the deepest core of my being, like the highest excitement, the burning passion. And it's guiding me in every single moment. And I've only been able to really recognize that because I've settled the mind down and I've really felt into my inner being. I felt into that guidance system that is always there with me. So that's 5 ways that stillness is transforming my life every single day. And I have by no means mastered this. I've got a long way to go, but every single day I feel more and more in love with the practice and with this awakening. It truly is beyond belief. I would never have thought that something like this would have happened to me in my lifetime all those years ago when I was the depressed emo kid. So yeah, obviously your journey is entirely unique to you. It will blossom in its own beautiful way. So please feel free to comment below and let me know how stillness is impacting your life, how it's changing your life. And so yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. My name's Jasmine. Please like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.